happy mother birthday. We love you so much. And thank you for so much for that you do for the Army. And I will be seeing you, sir, very soon. I expect a very good CC hug and stuff. So everyone in the Army, if you haven't done so, you can wish him a belated happy birthday. But thank you, CC, for everything you've done. And I will say, and I will repeat my partner's words, you are working your ass off with the drums right now with this new Vindicate solo. You should be proud of yourself. We cannot wait to hear the rest. So happy birthday, CC.
Happy birthday!
Welcome back, BVB Army. Welcome back to our channel, BVB Army Hearts of Hearts. I'm Ruth.
Yo, what up? It's Nick without the tick. It's gonna get weirder every time.
I like how you just started this as a new thing. I feel like now I have to do something because I'm like, I'm Ruth. Yo, it's your little boy Nikki. Yo, it's Nick without the tick. Yo, it's mother Nicole.
Yo, you should. Let's just surprise each other every time. Like one day you're just gonna
No idea what to do. Like you're just like, and I'm just like, hi.
gonna be like, yo, it's Baby Ruth.
Oh no,
Ah,
no, no.
like
No.
because like the Baby Ruth bar.
The amount of teasing I got of that from growing up in elementary, middle school, and high school. No.
No, that's why now you embrace it.
I embraced noodles, okay? Noodles is a thing for me.
You can be like, yo, what up? It's Campbell chicken noodle.
Oh God. Stop.
Just make it weird.
You're just bringing back all
sorry.
the teasings that I've got growing up.
Oh no. So were they not out of love? They were, oh my God, mine is out of pure love.
Before we get into today's topics, we are going to do I don't know, some real quick information of news in the BVB Army and the BVB community. Nicole, I'm just going to give it the first one to you because we're combining two of her loves into one. So I know we're recording this and it's coming out the day after on that stuff. And by the time this video is uploaded, everything has happened. But Nicole, what is the great, wonderful news?
You guys, WWE has used Black Veil Bride's unreleased song Woe and Pain from their new album Vindicate for WrestleMania 42. It is specifically used for one of the most anticipated matches of the year. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes could not be a more perfect rivalry for the most perfect use of a song. I'm just having to say, if you are not watching WrestleMania, do not worry, because they do have the uploaded link to the WWE's YouTube, which we will put in the description below. But if you're not watching WrestleMania, click that link in our description, because that way you can get a little teaser clip of Woe and Pain by Black Veil Brides. I am so excited because I love WWE and I love Black Veil Brides. And WWE has used Black Veil Brides songs on older pay-per-views before. They've even actually had it in one of their video games. I have it. They used Andy Black's song, We Don't Have to Dance, as one of the theme songs. It was actually pretty epic. Y'all, I'm so excited right now. Like, this just made my heart so happy. I love when my worlds collide.
She's on cloud nine.
If you're not tuning into WrestleMania, you're missing out.
I will admit that will be me. I don't have the subscription and stuff. And I love you, Nicole. I know that's your passion. I'm not a fan of wrestling. Sorry.
We'll get you there. I'm gonna slowly convert you.
Convert me. Hey, you know what? You have your wrestling. I have my basketball. Okay, so
now we just need basketball to use a Black Veil
if
Bride
it
song.
ever gets to that point, I will be happy, but I highly doubt it will ever get to that point.
Damn it. One day. Never say never.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I know. You are super excited about that. Obviously, yes, the teaser was clipped. I know by the time this is uploaded, anyone who has a subscription or has cable have seen the amazing match of the amazing song Woo and Pain. So
it's just so huge for Black Veil Brides. WrestleMania, guys. I have anticipated WWE using a Black Veil Bride song for WrestleMania my entire life, since I've known Black Veil Brides existed, obviously. So the fact that it's finally here, it only took like almost 20 years of my life.
You know what? Like, I don't know. This whole era, this Vindicate era, and finally BVB getting the recognition it deserves. Hell yeah.
Yes, I'm beyond proud. This is amazing.
Anyway, guys, so that's number one news. The second news I want to mention is, I don't know if anyone has been noticing, I think it's only been on their Instagram. I don't know if it's been transitioning to their TikTok or their Twitter slash X. You have a chance to enter to win Andy's razor that he would use for the Bleeders music video, and his bloody white t-shirt with the fake blood, by the way, which is amazing and stuff. I mean, I don't know how they're going to pick a winner. Whoever is the winner, please frame it, Just frame it. It's really cool because if you go click the link, I think you can find it on BVB's Instagram stories and stuff. I don't know how long it's going to be or when the deadline is. Although I will say the down part is you can only enter if you pre-order their album through Spotify or Apple Music.
So I'm
Really cool thing is that once you do enter, which is really cool, which I was not expecting it, you get obviously when you get a download in your email information and stuff, they send you a download folder of Andy's commentary of each songs of the new album. I have it. I have not got a chance to listen it to yet, but I have kind of schemed it a little bit. Yeah, it's literally Andy talking about the breakdowns of what each song is and everything. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
needless to say, y'all know what we will be talking about in future episodes.
Oh yeah, that's definitely coming in and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't done it, please do so. It's amazing. Again, I'm sorry for everyone who doesn't have Spotify or Apple Music. Maybe it's just, Nicole, this is your chance just make a Spotify account, okay?
Is it free?
Yes.
Oh.
Obviously, you're gonna get like the ads and stuff, and if you don't play
I don't care about
premium, whatever. So,
I'll just deal with the Spotify app on my phone. Never click on it. Just use it to enter into Black Veil Bride giveaways.
It's pretty cool. Like I know, like the chance to win the razor that he used in the music video and his bloody T-shirt with the fake blood.
Ugh. It's. I might just go enter now.
I know. But please do. And also obviously the downloads of Andy's commentary for each of the songs is pretty awesome. So I have it on my phone and I'm just like, yay! I was listening to all of the kind of skimming it and how he pronounced Ashketon. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. Yeah. We butchered it.
Oh my God, we were both wrong?
We were both wrong.
Hey, we gave it our best shot.
It just made me laugh. But yeah, yes, I think that is all the news as of right now at the moment when it comes to the BVBArmy. Obviously, we are getting closer and closer to the Vindicate release date here and stuff. So
the countdown begins.
And again, to all those fans who are going to tour, I mean, tours are about to start here very, very soon. And those fans who are going on the May 24th to the exhibition of Richard Villa and stuff to listen for the listening party. Have fun, please have fun and enjoy it for us and enjoy all the amazing artwork. If you spot the Richard over there in the shadows, say hi.
It pays to live in LA.
It does. It does. It still breaks my heart, but I really hope all the fans who go there are going to have an amazing time over there. A lot of history in that art gallery. Oh yeah, I forgot. I know another news of BVB. They also released 3 show dates in the UK. Totally forgot about that. Yes, if you live in the UK, they have for show dates. I believe it's just 3 shows as of right now. But yeah, if you're in the UK, BVB's coming to you.
Yeah, they did like another unveiling show, the unveiling experience. Once again, Lucky Ducks.
One day, Nicole, one day. Let us get down to today's episode. So obviously, if you can see from the title below, we are finally going to discuss the brand new release book of Andy Biersack from Rare Bird and Knives and Pens, or what was it called? I always forget.
Knives and Pens Publishing.
For sure, Revenger.
Bam. I'm going to come out and say it, Ruth. By far, out of the 3 books that have been released, my favorite. My absolute favorite.
Sorry, I'm so in love with the first vampire.
Totally understandable. I get you.
But yes, this is the 3rd book of his series and stuff out of the 4. From his first vampire to the Bleeders, this is the 3rd releasing of his amazing book series that he has made and wrote.
I hope a lot of fans have picked up this copy because this is like the most amazing read of my life. I am just going to hands down say, I think he took a lot of inspiration from the movie The Crow. I'm not even going to lie.
I got a lot of inspiration from this movies. Obviously, I told you some and stuff. Although I will say, I think this one only had
116 pages.
16 pages. The first vampire had 125. Bleeders is the longest one as of right now. This one had Bleeders had 157. So this one is the shortest one out of all the books right now.
Shortest, but I think the best.
Fair enough. So let us get into the Revenger, the whole plot story. Obviously, for those of us who are watching who haven't received it yet, or still waiting for it, or have not ordered it, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Major spoiler alerts. Before we dive into each chapter, just a real quick, like, I guess, recap altogether of The Revenger. It is about a man who punishes the unforgivable criminals known as the Syndicate. But as he digs deeper into the Crusades, the man known as the Revenger, which is the dude on the cover, he uncovers a web of betrayal that ties directly into his own past.
When I first started reading this book, maybe it's my Black Veil Brides thing connection. I told Nicole this. Probably inspiration. Probably has nothing to do with it. I got Phantom Tomorrow vibes from the amazing character Blackbird.
Yeah, as I was reading this, I started to wonder, oh my gosh, is this going to be like the tale of Blackbird before everything like went
Maybe.
down?
That's what I was thinking. Probably totally not it, but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I definitely got those vibes. As I started to read more though, I got 100% the Crow vibes, and I can't lie, Andy, if you're watching this, were you there are just some lines in there that I feel were like direct quotes almost from The Crow. I was like, oh my God, someone in The Crow said that exact line, but Andy changed like maybe like 10 or 50% of it, or you made things your own. I'm living for it because I love The Crow, and I feel so many Crow vibes. Also, it's The Crow mixed with Batman. I'm just gonna
Thank
come
you.
out and
I
say it.
totally got Batman. I'm like, of course, Andy had to put his passion and love, his dedication for Batman into some of his books and stuff because, I mean, I was just like reading. I'm like, I remember that from the Batman comics. I remember that from a Batman movie. I remember that from the Batman animation TV series and stuff.
Yeah, it's literally like he collided those two
It's like,
worlds or
okay, from
something.
for me, all the inspiration I got from it was obviously a little bit of Black Fur from the Phantom Tomorrow, obviously Batman and stuff. I also got maybe it's just me, but like how it described the environment and stuff of the city and stuff. I've only seen it one time. I haven't seen the rest. Sin City, the movie.
I know of the video game.
Okay. But also I got that too, just how the environment was kind of set up and everything. And then obviously
Okay.
Batman with Gotham and stuff, so you know.
Yeah, Gotham, because for anyone that doesn't know, this takes place in Manhattan, New York.
Manhattan, New York, with the character, the main protagonist is the Revenger. That's his name and stuff. So yeah,
Shall we just dive into the very
let's
first
dive
chapter?
in to the
Let's do
15
it.
chapters in this short book.
15 chapters. You know what? I'm just gonna point out one of the things that I love about Andy's books. I love that chapters are only like 2 or 3 pages and then you get a new chapter. Whereas other books, you have to read like 30 pages to get to a new chapter, and you're like,
Hey,
damn,
hey, some of those big books are worth
no
it.
hate. No hate.
But I do
I
get your
just
understanding. It was obviously a very fast read for those of us who are bookworms. Very fast read. I admitted to Nicole, I honestly read this during my prep and slash lunch break at work and stuff. So very quick read. But yeah, let's dive into all the 15 chapters. Where should we start? Obviously, chapter one, which is called, let me find out. The world is bleeding.
It basically starts at a train station, and there's like a trio of Russians. They're like drug cartels and human traffickers, and they are picking up a crate filled with like heroin. And the Revenger manages to murder two of those trios, but he is on the hunt for the third in the chapter one because the third one actually gets away, and his name is Slava.
Yeah, that was my bet.
Slava.
Your guess is as good as mine, okay?
Interesting name. Then Andy chose some interesting names for a lot of
Very
these
interesting
characters.
names. I will say that I was like, that's I was okay. But yeah, Slava, slave up, I don't know. But no, yeah, there was the whole like fight about that. Obviously, one got away, and this all happened like within like a train station and stuff. So there, as soon as
Mhm.
this train pulled up at the end of the first chapter, all these people came out and boom, two people dead.
Yeah, Revenger's like already on the hunt for them. Slava manages to make it to a phone booth, but he does not get far with that phone call by any means. Revenger meets up with him.
And then obviously as we read on, there's another, I would say, I think she's a kind of another protagonist in the story in this book. Her name is Eleanor
Oh,
Kane.
Eleanor?
Eleanor. Wow. You know, I'm a teacher and I suck at names. Eleanor Kane is she's a frequent character that does come in the story and stuff. I would say,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say another main protagonist in the story too. Yeah, so basically she is what a detective
A
slash
reporter?
a reporter, yeah, in a way, investigator, I would like to say.
Yeah.
So obviously she's investigating and reporting all of these crimes and stuff that's happening in Manhattan. And like as we get further along with the story, she does kind of have a hunch of who's behind this. So
Yeah, she shows up at all of these crime scenes, and something that's actually very interesting because each crime scene Revenger normally does something different. Like in the first chapter, I
Mhm.
think he uses Slava's blood to write on the wall, "Your sin will set me free." And I'm just like, and these kills, you guys, are brutal,
Oh,
like
very
down
brutal.
to the detail and
Honestly,
gore.
I will admit another thing when the Revenger was doing all of his killing in the sections of these books. Totally off topic. My mind went to John Wick with a pencil.
I still have yet to see the John Wick
Dude, you
movie.
need to see John Wick. It's so good. Oh my God, a pencil. I mean, honestly, yeah. So obviously the Revenger's doing all of this, and obviously reports are being made. People are wondering what is happening and stuff.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of characters mentioned here and there.
Like Father Elias.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Father Elias is a priest from one of the cathedral churches. He's actually spoken to the Revenger too, as for anyone that doesn't know, usually I believe it's in, I could be wrong on this, but in Catholic churches, that's where you normally go to like confess your sins and
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
And that's exactly what the Revenger does. And that's how Father Elias knows him.
hmm One thing that's very interesting about the Revenger, which I'm still trying to like, I have questions about the character. Uh, it always mentions his shadows. If it's like a supernatural power or something. Okay, obviously Nicole has more about this, but like, and that was a really cool thing. And obviously, when we get to the end, which we'll get there, it was very cool how it was not only just the shadows, but like I always mentioned, anytime the Revenger is mentioned in this book, there's some type of shadow with him. So continue. You got very excited.
That's what I'm glad you brought that up because that's where it also gives me Crow vibes. Because in the movie The Crow, for no one who has seen, his power comes from, hello, the crow that follows him around and everything. It's where his power is stored and held. So that's why with the Revenger having these shadows that he can control, that kind of helps him and almost acts as like a shield of power and everything. That's why I'm like, "Ugh, good."
Maybe, or this is just a very off the edge, probably not related.
No, no, they're so 100% Crow inspired.
No,
And if
definitely
Andy
inspired
disagrees,
stuff with the shadows. I
ugh.
was just honestly, when I was reading, I was trying to think of like what other characters do I know about that has some type of supernatural power with the shadows. Literally, my head went to Peter Pan. Totally off topic, but well, to
I
be
mean,
fair,
okay.
if you read the grim fairy tales of Peter Pan, the shadow is an
Yes.
evil person. Just saying.
I love the Grimm tales, the actual
Mhm.
original stories of
So
the
there's
the
many takes on
so-called
Peter
Disney.
Pan, and there's one take of where the shadow of Peter Pan manipulates Peter Pan, and the shadow is in full control. Like it's evil.
Yeah, I love, we just need to make movies off of the Grimm ones. So,
Chapter 3, which is called No Mercy Left.
I'm just gonna point it out now. There's basically a death scene in almost every
Oh no,
chapter.
100%. There's like some type of death stain, some type of preparation for a killing spree, or a standoff.
Yes, Revenger is slowly taking out the Syndicate.
Yeah, so in chapter 3, we get introduced to this club Euphoria, which makes me laugh because those of us who are watching the new season of Euphoria, it's pretty intense. So
Funny enough, we learn of a guy who runs this Euphoria club, Adrian Vale, which I love that the last name is Vale. I'm like
honestly,
him pinned.
I have been reading this and trying to find all the Easter eggs, probably overthinking, like, okay, Veil, I see that sinners. Okay, okay. It's really hard for me because I know this is maybe nowhere in related, but obviously we mentioned like this Revenger is also a new song in the Vindicate album, so you know.
I know, that's why I'm super excited because I'm like, ooh, like, are we gonna listen to the song and then think back to the book?
I've been looking at all the chapter names, like, are these lyrics for the new song?
They very well could be, just like he did with the Sweeney Todd book
Just saying,
with
just
the
saying.
bleeders. We're just pointing it out. But Adrian Vale is known as one of the captains for the Syndicate. Needless to say, Adrian Vale dies in chapter 3.
Dude, the amount of like, I wish Andy, I know maybe I don't know the whole restrictions of writing the book, but like Andy does a pretty good job describing of the ways of the killing stuff. I wish he went a little bit more details, like think of Invincible level.
I think of Invincible. Hey, I mean, I feel like in one of the deaths,
That
which
is
we'll
true.
get to,
That's true. That's
there's
true.
one. Something that's very important to note in this book, too. All the people that he's going to kill from the Syndicate, they all recognize him as, oh my God, we killed you. How are you back? Like, what? Like, everyone is just blown away because they
So
think
again,
he's back from the dead. They think it's a
connections of
corpse,
the
a
crow.
ghost. Thank you. That's why, see,
I
once
will
again.
admit, okay, Nicole's like the Wikipedia of the crow. I have seen the movie, obviously, and stuff, so I know like the general plot and concept. I don't know every single detail like Nicole does, but I do know from the movie, like obviously, the Crow, he died from this gang and stuff, and then obviously he came back to life and with the Crow and stuff and was going after him. People were like, "What? You're alive? We killed you!" So same thing with the Revenger.
I know, that's why I was like, I was reading. Like, I was like, oh my God.
Chapter 4, there's another target named Vincent O'Donnell, a profile manager and stuff. You know, like Nicole said, every chapter there's
I
a new
love the
target.
kill in
Mhm.
that one with Vincent O'Donnell because I think something that was just Vincent O'Donnell is like a greedy man. Everything's like marble and gold, like very, very filled with greed. And I
Agreed.
love that the shadows during his death. I'm just gonna spoil this for everyone because like this is like one of my favorite death scenes in the book. Is all the shadows. Revenger actually grabs like the bullet shells and starts shoving it down O'Donnell's throat, and all the shadows start grabbing things around them like staplers and paperweights, anything they can get their hands on to shove down his throat. And then his throat ends up exploding due to all of the just going down it. And I just think that is absolutely amazing. And I love how he says, let's see how big your appetite really is. Love it. And as the shadows actually follow him, they always turn off lights and they can
Yeah.
mess with any like electronics and stuff, switching everything off.
Yeah, honestly, when I read that part, it kind of gave me a little bit of the seven deadly sins, the greed part, and like if the seven deadly sins were people, obviously the Revengers, like the justice and stuff. Yeah, I could kind of see greed dying that way.
Yes. Oh, favorite death scene, man.
But like in
Absolutely.
all like let's take example from Batman's universe, like Batman has Alfred who helps him. The Revenger does have a buddy that does help him, and his name is Delgado. I think that's how he's pronounced it.
Yeah, Delgado.
Delgado, yeah. Obviously, Delgado's kind of like, yeah, I'm not a fan, Clem, but he does help the Revenger with the knives and guns. He does provide. He leaves them out in the
Hmm.
aisle and alley, not aisle, alley and stuff, and just be like, "Go get him, dog."
The Revenger does also have like that his fancy little
Mhm.
coat here
He has
that
like
has
a
fun
trench
weapons
coat.
inside.
Yeah, like in the cover and stuff. He uses his guns and daggers slash knives too. So
Yeah, the coat of mystery.
Mary Poppin coat.
One of the things that I do love also in this book is hello, wrestling is mentioned for one of the kills. He picks him up like a WWF wrestler and throws him out the window. That was, oh my gosh, like this, you can tell this is why it's my favorite book.
Has everything that Nicole loves.
Yes, everything.
Oh, that's what he says. Stay sharp, Shadow Man. That's what Delgado says after he drops the stuff. Stay sharp. I love that.
His little helper.
The next victim on chapter 5, justice served to everyone. Judge, was it Carisi?
Yeah, Judge Carlos Soul or something. I see. Yeah, names are hard, you guys.
I'm a teacher. I'm ashamed of myself.
But that's the guy he lifts up like a WWE wrestler. So
Boom!
throws him right out the window. Chapter 5 is pretty important because we learn of two street kids named
Oh
Rook
yeah,
and Echo.
yeah, Rook and Echo, which are interesting names. I don't know if that's just like their
Hmm.
nicknames or something. So, and which we do
Yeah,
see them more in the chapter. So,
they're basically huge Revenger fans.
fan club. So, chapter 6. This is where I got the Batman vibe. So we all know, lovely Batman has the Batmobile, but the Revenger has something similar like that.
Yeah, what is it? A Black Hawk?
A Black Hawk. Yes, it is a Black Hawk. Yes, Black Hawk car. Yes, 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 yes.
I'm, I'm like,
I just when I read this chapter in that little section, I'm like, totally Batman with the
mhm.
like the Batmobile, except the Black Hawk car.
That's what did it for me too, girl. I was like, oh my gosh, Batman. Yeah, chapter 6 is where Eleanor
Yes,
meets the
the
Revenger for
Revenger.
the first
Yeah, so
time.
Eleanor and Revenger do meet in this chapter, and so like obviously like she's a smart woman, so obviously she has like a hunch like he's behind this and stuff. They do have a small conversation.
She goes, "What are you?" And like he
Mhm.
doesn't even know what he
I
is.
know.
But she allows him to escape because it was during that time she was investigating a crime scene which was done by the Revenger, and she had noticed like one of his shadows in the stairwell, heard a sound, followed it, turned
Hmm.
out to be the Revenger.
We continue on to the next chapter, The Torn and Broken, chapter 7.
Chapter 7, we meet an interesting character known as the Whisper.
Oh God, the
Yeah,
Whisper.
he
Complete
matches the Revenger's
opposite.
powers.
The Revenger, because in the Revenger of his, like, I guess you could say his outfit, obviously shadow, so we think of dark and black. The Whisper, white.
Whisper is supernatural, just like the Revenger, and it's really like the only thing that can match him. One of the things that also gave me Crow vibes with this one is when the Whisper says the Baron sends his
Yeah.
regards. The Crow, he goes, "Tell him Eric Draven sends his regards." I'm like, oh God, it's just driving me. It was just the most epic thing.
So we have a Whisperer who's like an equivalent to the Revenger. Like, this is the part where he actually does feel pain and stuff. So there's
Yes.
that. And obviously, I swear, like, every bad person in every book is called the Baron. The Baron this, the Baron that, the Baron this.
But the Whisper has like specific blades too that like
Mhm.
glow, and it's like those glowing blades that can actually cut and cause the Revenger to like, what is it, bleed black mist? I'm pretty sure the black mist bleeding is coming from the shadows though that are trying to protect
That's
Revenger as
fair.
like a
Like
shield.
that's like the shadows, like power draining in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's where we get introduced to Whisper, which is basically, yeah, he's in the same level as the Revenger, and Revenger's, yeah, kind of shook it.
Yeah, they get into
They
a
do get
quarrel
into
for
it.
sure. Yeah, they 100% go at each other's throats. Whisper runs away like a little.
And the Revenger has to deal with some pain, which he's like, ugh.
At the same time, he's actually glad to finally feel something too. It's
That
kind of
is,
one of those conflicted moments of I'm in pain, but also thank God I'm in pain.
so is he human or not? Supernatural. We don't know.
Exactly. Like you don't find this out right away. Like you're slowly learning about the Revenger as you slowly learn about the Syndicate.
Right.
McKnuckles was in chapter 8. God, that
McNuggles.
name, McKnuckles.
McNuggles. I feel like this is something like it's a secret menu for McDonald's.
Oh my God. Yeah, can I get the
Can I
McKnuckles?
get the McNuggles, please, with extra sauce and crispy fries?
You know, it sounds exactly like the character would be in the book because what he's like some dumb brute, pretty much.
Basically.
He's like, he basically is like, I'm the son of God. You know, I have all the powers. It's like, bruh, please.
I swear, every character in here, they always mention like have mercy, please a god and stuff. And it's like the revenge is like,
Mhm, I know.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you found me. McNuckles thought he had the power of God behind him. Oh, well, I have it written down because I actually really did love it. So McNuckles believing that he has like the power of God behind him and everything. He tells Revenger that he's going to kill him because he's got God on his side. And I love it because Revenger goes, God called in sick today. And I was like, oh, and then down goes McNuckles.
Here's a throwback and a comeback and a taunt to you before I murder you.
This book is amazing.
Chapter 9. Victor, is it Kane? That character, yeah.
Yes, Victor
Baron's
Kane.
remaining captain, so very close to the Baron.
Victor Kane actually wants to go against the Baron, like against his rules, because you know Victor Kane thinks, "Oh, I'm better than the Baron. I can take over the
Everyone with their
Syndicate."
egos right now and stuff, and here's the Revenger trying to like, okay, let's bring you back to reality. Let's humble you.
Because they have like a huge meetup, Victor Kane and like a group of Syndicate thugs, pretty
Yeah,
much, and then the Baron shows up.
and that's where obviously, again, another shadows appear, and the Revengers right there, and they get into it actually.
Because Revenger was kind of hiding out. His shadows were
Mhm.
able to sneak
Yeah,
like
it's like
through
his
the
shadows like
windows.
camouflage him to hide where the people can't see him. And then
Yeah.
it's interesting because people can then speak like see the shadows and all of a sudden like, oh, someone's there.
Yeah, they can like feel a presence.
In chapter 9, it's like the Revenger split the shadow, send the piece of a curling into Victor's ear. They're turning on you, he whispered.
I know, I love
That
that.
would freak me out if I just heard someone whisper in my ear. Yeah, that would freak me out. And then
But
Victor like spuns around his pistol, raising his shot into nothingness because he gets so scared.
I mean, the Baron ends up like pretty much murdering everyone at that table,
Basically.
except Victor Kane. Victor Kane managed to get away, but not from the shadows, not from the shadows of the Revenger. Oh, and one important part about that chapter too is I really love how in the book it says right before that bearded like mustache man would have the knife to Victor Kane's throat, it says then all the shadows kill the lights. Hello, Phantom Tomorrow, shadows rise. That is a lyric. Yes, I caught that. Thank you. Made me happy.
Hence why Blackbird hit. No, who knows? Andy, you're pretty good at pulling your references in the
I
beginning. So
know.
I don't know
Like,
how you do it too. I will admit, my
yeah.
favorite chapter in this book is chapter 10. All true evil comes to light. I just love how everything went down in this chapter with like a news channel and stuff, and how the Revenger comes in and stuff, like kicks out the people in the what was it, AV,
It
the
was like a
booth or
the tech
AV's
room,
quarter
the
and
AV's
stuff.
tech room or something.
Yeah, to like basically expose the truth.
Yeah, because what was it? It was a huge event for like a ballroom event,
Yeah,
pretty
so it says
much.
like main ballroom populated with the city's new aristocrats rubbing elbows with the press and society. So yeah, there's a lot of high-end people there.
Councilman Hargrove is the person that he's taking down
Mhm.
because that dude was like the main attraction for the whole entire event, but he was rumored to be a key part of the syndicate.
So the Revenger reaches the AV corridor behind the ballroom where the media machinery is at, the control room. Obviously, there's people over there, but so he kicks out the people after they start airing the news and stuff. And that's where the Revenger unclips a folder from his belt and spreads across the console. He sorts the documents, bank statements from the number accounts transfer matching perfectly with Harvard campaign donations, photos of Hargrove in his role as the captain and stuff. So a lot of transcripts and exposing stuff to who these people truly are, basically.
And which, in the end, ends up sending that Hargrove guy into he just dies
Heart
from his
attack.
own heart. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
exactly.
like literally he just like as soon as everything was exposed in the screen, obviously chaos happened. People are trying to like, what is going on? Obviously, the I guess his bodyguards or whatever are trying to figure out like, oh God, where is this coming from? And then obviously he just looks at it and is like panicking, and then the next thing you know, heart attack.
And I loved how the shadows like whispered all that pride, the stress will
Yeah.
kill you. Like it damn straight it did.
So there's a lot of chaos that happened, obviously, and stuff, and everything was broadcast on Channel 9, it said.
And that kind of leads us into chapter 11 because the syndicate kind of held this huge healing and prosperity at a church. I thought chapter 11 was a pretty cool one because I really loved how Revenger entered into the church. Once again, the syndicate is holding this huge church event, but once again, they're taking pledges and, donations for the money bucket, but all that money is going to go towards themselves. It's not going to help it's not going to go to the church. It's not going to go to like the state or city itself, whatever. Daniel Petrowski, that name,
I want to say Prochowski, yes.
Petrowski, yeah, he was calling the Revenger a sorcerer and a stage magician.
Calling him out, which don't do that.
Because he found out that's the part that I loved because this is all once again live feed happening.
It says here at the end, please don't kill me, Prochowski, whatever. Begged. God loves, the Revenger answers. That's right. That's right. God loves. The Revenger's eye scan, the angrily mob of scorned believers. He looked back at the preacher and finished the sentence. Man kills.
Yeah, he leaves the rioting crowd to just rip apart Petrowski. Absolutely amazing.
So yeah, God loves, but man kills. I think is it yeah, 12 where we get back to the Whisper.
Yeah, the
Chapter
whisper
12. The
returns.
Whisper returns on chapter 12, which is called Every Wound, Every Scar. I swear, every fight scene, there's rain.
There has to
There
be. There
has to be
has to
rain.
be.
I understand that, and it just makes me laugh. Like in no matter what universe or anything, every epic fight scene, there's rain.
And a rooftop.
And a rooftop. Yes, you are correct.
They're
And a
fighting on
rooftop.
a
You are
rooftop.
correct.
Revenger and Whisperer. Once again, I'm just like, okay, that leads us back to the crow because the rain and the rooftop scene. Okay.
So yeah, they do meet up again, and yeah, you could say it gets intense again.
It does, because this time Rook and Echo are watching this and
They
they
are
actually
watching
help
from
out.
behind, like in the background somewhere on another rooftop, I
Another
want to say.
rooftop,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whisper and the Revenger get into it. Obviously, the Whisper is injuring the Revenger and stuff, and like the Revenger is trying to gag up the blood flow, and the Whisper is like circling him like a shark and everything. And like the Whisper now on top, he plunged his remaining knife into the same gash. For the first time, maybe ever, the Revenger screamed. Can you feel the blade's power as it weakens you, as it absorbs your own, as it brings back the flood of forgotten traumas, the memory of your first death?
He's like reliving all that pain and trauma that he went through before death.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we have Rook and Echo that jump in. What was it? I think Rook jumped on the Whisperer's back
Yeah,
as Echo spray paints him in the face
yeah,
to
these like
blind
two
him.
little, I guess you could say kids, saw the Revenger struggling, and obviously they're big fans of him, so like, like Batman and stuff. So like they see Whisper, so like they took a chance. So like one goes on the back, spray paint. So
I mean, but it works though.
it
Whisper
works.
out.
He
Dips
is out.
again. Chapter 13 is where we find out where Rook and Echo kind of hang out at this the diner called Saints and Sinners. That
I saw that. I'm like, I want a diner called Saints and Sinners.
would be so
That would
cool.
be
That'd be
so cool. And
epic.
obviously my Saints and Sinners like, hallelujah, vindicates.
I know. This is a complete total side note. Hear me out. Let's just
Okay.
open a Black Veil Bride themed bar slash restaurant. All the food, all the drinks are named after like every song.
Dude. Oh my God. We need to make an episode of that.
Okay, totally down.
We'll make
That'd
the
be
like
epic.
logo, the menu and stuff.
This needs
Describe
to be a thing. It's gonna happen. Yeah, moving back to the book though.
does say in chapter 13, Rook and Echo do meet up with Delgado and stuff, and like he's like, this is not a fan club, and he's like, but why do you help them?
Exactly. We also find out that Father Elias knows of Rook and Echo too. Like he was like, I guess he's known them since they were like in the orphanage or whatever, and he kind of watches over them. He doesn't like necessarily take care of them, but he kind of does at the same time.
And it does say at the end of chapter 13, like the Baron experiments, because apparently he's been experimenting, were cruel and unholy. And obviously, it says he had to be exposed of all of his experiments he's doing in his like abandoned annex or
Like an
something.
abandoned like annex
Yeah.
warehouse that
Mhm.
Eleanor stumbled upon.
And so in chapter 14, the death where you cannot survive, the Revenger goes, obviously it's raining again, to this abandoned annex to see all the experimentals gone wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that's exactly where in the next chapter that Revenger goes to meet up with the Baron to kill him.
Correct. Correct.
hmm The
So yeah,
final fight scene.
so the fight scene. So in chapter 14, it describes the warehouse, the annex. So he slipped into the building with a practical ease, ascending floor by floor. Each level brought him closer to the heart of fortress, a heart to attend to stop. So obviously the fourth floor cubicles had disappeared with glass. So there's a lot of like decaying stuff around. On the ninth floor, corridor open into a stark room. Gurneys chained to eyelets on the walls. Ivy stand toppled a stainless steel sink stained with blood. Half a dozen men stepped out quietly, their skin waxed and their eyes rimmed yellow. Wheeled tool were gun, a chain, a crowbar, a hammer, where a surgical saw was fried cord. Each wore a hospital gown, reminder of the failed experiments.
But the Baron, waiting for the Revenger, knows he's coming. One of the interesting things about it is we've discovered that the Baron can actually make the shadows turn on Revenger, and the shadows can obey the Baron.
I know, which is really weird because it's just like this whole time I was just thinking the Revenger is control of these shadows, which apparently he's not.
Yeah, I thought that was quite. I was like, what? I was
So
like, I can't believe
obviously
this whole time.
the Revenger and Baron meet up, and the Baron says, "Welcome, old friend."
We actually get background detail of what happened to Revenger too. With him, his wife, his home. We just not like anything crazy, but we know that there was fire and murder that happened. So I think it's safe to assume that
The Baron had something to do with
his
it.
wife was murdered, house completely in flames is kind of like what I see in my head of what happened, including obviously murder of the Revenger too.
Mm-hmm. There is really one cool thing that does happen with the Revenger here in this chapter. So yeah, obviously we talked about the Revenger's memory fragments, the murder, the fire, the loss, the recognition of the Baron was the heart of all of it. So it says here, the Revenger limbs overtake the darkness, binding the Baron and stripping the shadow from him, commanding both light and shadow now.
Because he uses the strength of remembering his wife to be able to control both darkness and light.
And so obviously that threw off the Baron, and obviously he's like, how? And fear actually creeped into the Baron for the first time.
Just blinds him with the beam of light.
I will say how he kills the Baron, pretty dope.
I loved how they ended that chapter, a shadow no longer afraid of the dark.
The Revenger hurtled him through the shadow window. The Baron screamed all the way down. His body splashed onto the wet pavement below.
As it should. The
Yes,
Baron.
that would be a brutal death. And now we're at the end, chapter 15. Your sins will set me free.
And throughout this whole thing, Revenger is known as almost like a ghost, a mythical like legend ghost throughout. Because
Yeah.
you have some people that believe in the Revenger and others that think it's just some type of like
It's
urban
like
legend.
a anti-hero type deal that he is.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
it's in the newspaper and
It
everyone's,
is.
oh my God, the Revenger. You have like a little boy or something that's like saying that like he saw him once, and everyone's like, Revenger's not real, kid.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things like it's like I guess you could say the Santa Claus saying like do you believe him or not? So
Exactly, yeah. I really did like how they ended the Revenger at the very end, getting into his Black Hawk.
did you like the part with the cat?
Oh hell yeah, I love the part with the cat. The cat that's mentioned in the beginning, the same cat. It's the same cat that's poor thing that's like missing a half an ear and is
I
like
know.
blind.
So
I'm like,
yeah, at the
oh,
end of the story, obviously everything kind of goes back to normal. Eleanor is like going to continue her whole thing of
yeah.
reporting and investigating. We have the father getting prepared for his chapel and stuff and everything. And I do like what it says towards here. He opened his Bible, the real one. And the soft letter cover, the passage was bookmarked. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Well, he gets in, it ends with the cat that's jumping on the hood of his car, and then I like how Revenger turns on the radio, and you have like a static ghost of a preacher saying, and when you walk through the valley of death, you fear no evil, for you are the evil that makes the valley run. And Revenger actually switches it off and says, no holy ghost for the devout before driving away. And it's just like, you couldn't have ended it any better than that.
So that is basically the Revenger and stuff very quickly, but there's a lot of things that does happen in this short story, in this book.
I would give it more horror, thriller,
Yeah, I
action.
was
It's
thinking
like
thriller and
suspense.
suspense and a little bit of horror, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
more suspense and thriller, I would say. Short read. Obviously, this was Nicole's favorite book,
Hell yeah, it is. Now we just got one more left. I'm
which is
super excited.
what's the last one called? Is it like the
Black Madonna.
Thank you. I want to say that it was the Black Madonna, which is the last book as of right now that Andy has wrote for the Rare Bird and stuff. Which I'm curious to see like what that story is going to be about and stuff because obviously we got a vampire book, we have a Bleeder Sweeney Todd inspired book, the Revenger, kind of like Crow vibes, like supernatural hero type. So now we have the Black Madonna.
The fact that we got vampirism and then we obviously got Sweeney Todd inspired, which is once again like on the tail of like horror and murder. And then with the Revenger, it's horror fiction of which basically might as well be the Crow. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna get over this. The Black Madonna, I'm wondering though, are we gonna go into like more like dark romance? That's kind of the vibes I get, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, the little blurb on the Black Madonna says, set in the shadow on belly of the 1950s Hollywood, the Black Madonna follows Lana Vesper, a iconic horror hostess, bound to an ancient malevolent destiny of Evan Cross, a rebellious actor, Dawn to an occult secret of Tinseltown. As their bond deepens, Lana Curse threatens to destroy them both, while Evan searches for answers, leading him into the forbidden rituals of dark conspiracy. A chilling blend of forbidden love,
Hmm.
fame, and supernatural terror. The Black Madonna is a haunting gothic thriller perfect for fans of the dark aspect tales.
Yeah, it looks like these are going to be my two favorite books out of the entire collection. And I love how on the Black Madonna it says in the City of Angels, shadows have secrets. So you know this is based in LA more than likely.
LA City of Angels.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this Black Madonna book now.
And that
Revenger
should
like
be
has me sold.
the Black Madonna is coming out soon. I do know, well, ish.
I think the Black Madonna is going to be coming out in summer because Revenger was set to release in spring, which it has. So Black Madonna should be coming probably between the times of June, late June, and probably mid to late July.
So until then, we have one more book from these amazing books that we just have right now.
Before we finish the Knives and
Bef-
Pens publishing collection.
As of right now, who knows? Andy is always a busy bee. He could be writing more books, and we just don't know as it right now.
He's probably already got like 10
Oh,
books
100%.
and
Are you kidding me?
like let's be realistic. It's Andy. I mean, the
Andy,
man
but
doesn't sleep.
please let us know your thoughts and opinions if you guys have read The Revenger and stuff, if you guys like it. And as of right now, which one has been your favorite book as of right now? Obviously, this is Nicole's. Mine is The First Vampire, but hey, we want to know your guys' opinion.
And if you're looking forward to the Black Madonna too, because that might be up some people's alleys.
I'm just ready for a forbidden love. I love forbidden love
Yeah,
stories.
that's
That's
what I'm
just me.
saying. I called it. I'm like maybe a dark romance.
I love it. I love it. So. Oh, right, BVBArmy. For today's fan shout out, it actually goes to an amazing artist we have discovered on Instagram and stuff. Her username is Poison Witch. I'm pretty sure most of us have seen her artwork, especially when it comes to Andy's Vindicate of his blood coming out of his mouth. Like, look at the freaking details of this painting right now. Like, it's hauntingly beautiful. I freaking love it. She's done a lot of work. She's done one of Juliet. She's done one of Jinx and his wife, and a lot of other. Oh, he also did one of Andy and his grandpa. I didn't see that one.
They are truly a fantastic artist.
They are amazing. I love the artwork and stuff and just like all the textures. I want to say she uses oil. Yes, she does use oil paint.
Oh my
Girl, I know
God.
oil paint is tricky to blend and everything else, but you just make it look flawless. It's beautiful. I also appreciate that you did a little post of Andy and Lilith for their 10-year anniversary and stuff that recently just
The
passed.
sun and moon.
It was super cute. So honestly, fan shout out goes to you. If you have not followed her, please follow her. We'll link her in the description, but her artwork is beautiful.
All right, BVB Army. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode. Once again, you can check us out on all streaming platforms. And if you're watching this right now on YouTube, you need to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Also, a little fun thing as we approach the next 2 weeks here. Our episodes are going to be fully Ruth and I's concert vlogs because, hello, we are attending the GOAT tour for Black Veil Brides, and that is what the next 2 episodes are going to be about. So if you are not attending the tour, definitely want to check those out because hopefully you get to experience it through us. And if you are still attending the tour, you should just check it out anyway because every tour is different, right? Every tour date is different.
No. I will be attending the Seattle, Washington on the 28th. That is, I believe, the third stop of the tour and stuff. So I'm super excited. For anyone who's going to Seattle, please say hi. Unfortunately, Nicole and I will not be together, but it's a thing. But I'm super excited and stuff to go see everyone and stuff. And obviously, see my CCC. Yes, I got the CC Christian
Get
Mingle.
your CC hugs.
And then remind me when's yours, your show date.
I will be attending the May 1st tour day in Denver, Colorado. That is the 5th stop of the tour. I cannot wait. If y'all see me, come and say hi. I'm very shy and introverted, so sorry. If I have RBF, okay? So don't be intimidated by me. I don't actually hate you. Like, I'm not really mean, I promise.
Yeah, so get ready for our concert vlogs. It's going to be, I will admit, I'm just like kind of nervous too because like I've been so used to meeting up with Nicole for concerts. And now this time for the Vindicate/GOAT tour, we are apart.
I know. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be thinking about you, though.
I will be thinking about you too. And then obviously we're getting ready for the release date of Vindicate. So, once again, BVB Army, we will see you guys next week with our BVB concert vlogs. So get ready for that.